Welcome to the whiskey channel that doesn't do reviews. We do reactions because we have no clue what we're drinking, but you're going to get to see what we think about it without any bias.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are new here, Erin is the social sipper amongst us. I am more of a whiskey enthusiast, and we're tasting completely blind so that you get the best, most honest opinions possible.
Yeah.
We think it doesn't get any better than that, and we have a ton of fun doing this. So
We do.
whatever is in this glass, we have drawn at random from our blind sample pool, full of a bunch of bourbons, ryes, American single malts, international whiskeys. Could be anything, although it is in a clear sample jar, which does indicate to us that it is a bourbon or a rye. We do that because we film these videos in batches, and that lets us know it's not going to be something peated and ruin our palate for everything else that we do.
Our international samples are in dark amber jars, so
Yeah.
that way we can make sure we film that last if it is in a dark amber jar.
Yeah. Also, going to give Erin a shout out here. She hand knit this sweater.
Oh,
So
thanks.
you're going to get to see it all week on the channel.
Yeah, you'll probably be seeing a lot of my hand knit sweaters coming up because it's sweater season, sweater weather.
Yeah. All right. What do you think about this on the nose?
This is like I just walked into like a someone's like workshop, but it the picture. Also, I have a tissue because I have cold. Not a cold, but just a runny nose. The image I got was like an artisan community where there's a painter, but then there's also someone who has a wood shop, and you've walked into the wood shop, but there's also the faint remnants of paint in the air. And now I want to go like thrifting or something. That's what I got when I smelled this.
All right. That is quite the picture to paint. But it actually helped me because I'm smelling this and I wasn't really getting anything very specific, and it is fairly nondescript on the nose to me.
Oh.
But what it does remind me of is a little bit of like a fresh easel made out of fresh wood and a canvas that has some paint on it. And that's actually perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so this is something Josh and I do to remind ourselves that we have something to say, but we don't interrupt each other. I've not been very good about that lately, so I'm trying to be good about that.
You're welcome.
The wood shop is not someone who's making furniture, it's someone who's refinishing furniture. It's a very specific smell. The end. I just wanted to add that. Can we taste it now?
Well, I was going to say real quick, as I spend more time with it, there is a depth that's coming out in the glass that really wasn't there in the beginning. It felt really tight and closed off.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah, and now I'm getting a little bit more of like this rich, like barrel
Warm.
char, warm caramel.
It smells like cozy.
Yeah, it's starting to smell more cozy. It's starting to wake up. So, cheers.
It tastes like a fireside chat.
That came through with a lot more power than I expected.
I like this.
Ooh, man. Yeah, that really hits the palate.
This is like a crackling fireside story time or something.
I'm
Wrapped up in a blanket with my fuzzy socks and leggings and a sweatshirt and then a cozy blanket by a fire.
I'm not mad at that. It feels warm. It leaves a lingering warmth in your mouth.
But not hot, just warm.
I would say, yeah, it's not hot, but it's warm and it has a fair bit of spice. At least that first sip did to me. Now, we do warm our palates up before we do these videos, and we warmed our palates up with some lower proof stuff. There's a possibility that this is just that first sip kind of hitting me in a way I didn't expect it to. So I'm going to get a second sip while you speak your second sip.
I think I drank that funny, though. It went all to the back of my palate immediately. I didn't, like... I'm gonna do that again. I need a second sip redo.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things about this glass that is most interesting to me is how, like, it's like warm, gooey caramel. And it's a lot of it.
I'm not getting as much sweetness as I thought I would, but there's a faint sweetness, which for me is great because I don't like it when things are too sweet.
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Man, I could almost go like, there's some graham cracker on this. Like, it's all in that, like, caramel, graham cracker, brown sugar. It's all in that. If you're looking at a flavor wheel, like there's these things in the bourbon world This tastes like bourbon, by the way.
It does.
There's
I agree.
things in the bourbon world or any whiskey world where there's a flavor wheel and there's a little thing and you see these sometimes if you get really nerdy like me and you see where people draw like they put dots like earthy. They'll put a dot like down here and it's sweet. They'll put a dot way over here.
Like based on the level of what it is?
And then they connect the dots.
Oh, okay.
And so you can see if something is really balanced. All the spikes are kind of level. But if it's like way fruity or way sweet or way earthy, you'll see like a heavy spike that direction. This thing has a heavy spike towards everything that is like brown, sweet, spice, warm.
Yeah.
That's what this glass tastes like.
Yeah.
Brown, sweet, spice, warm.
Yeah. Again, I'm sticking with my fireside, cozy, fuzzy socks, leggings, sweatshirt, blanket. But it's like a fireside chat. Like it's like a togetherness. I'm not by myself. I'm like with people.
It's getting a little more cohesive the more I sip it. A little bit of like kind of a nuttiness is coming out on it. It's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Decently, like the mouth feels decent. It's not super oily, but it's not super thin.
Yeah, I like it.
The finish isn't super long, but it's not super short. It's kind of a Goldilocks of brown, sugar, sweet, spice.
Yeah. It probably is higher proof than it's coming across to me. I feel like I am becoming a little desensitized to proof these days.
Okay.
The longer I'm drinking whiskey, high proof whiskey, the more I think I'm losing my ability to tell what 100 proof whiskey is. I think this is higher than 100 proof for sure. I just don't know how high.
I think so, yeah. I would say like around that 110 range.
Yeah.
Like plus or minus a little bit.
I can agree with that for sure.
It's in that ballpark.
It might be even higher, honestly.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
if you're new here, we're not trying to guess. We're just trying to relay our experience completely blind because we don't know what we're drinking.
Right.
So if this is 120 proof and we're telling you it drinks 110 and you like stuff in that range, then you might have passed this bottle over because you're like, I don't really like 120 proof, but this is drinking like 110.
And I'm trying to give the most accurate representation. So for me, I think it might be like 115. Like it's lingering. Right. Like I'm trying to equate it to like the rare breed finish.
Okay.
And this is similar to that to me.
Okay. It's a little weaker than that for me, but we're going to find out the price and see if that changes how we feel. Wait, we got to give ratings.
Oh.
I'm thumbs up. I like this. This is great.
I'm struggling because I want to give this 2 thumbs up.
Oh, you're trying to... I thought you were waffling between thumbs up and just okay.
Well, and I think I want to give it 2 thumbs up because of the mental picture I got when I drank it.
I checks out.
So I'm trying to distance myself from that emotional reaction.
It's all in how much you're enjoying it.
I'm really enjoying it because it makes me, it's like cozy vibes.
Like you absolutely want a bottle of this in the house if we can get it.
At this point, not knowing how much it costs, yes.
That would be 2 thumbs up.
So I'm going to say 2 thumbs up for now.
Right.
But if it's expensive, I'm going to probably drop it.
All right. So we're going to find out the price and see if that changes how we feel now that we've tasted it. And that's the way we do things over here. So if you're new, this is part of the honest opinions you get is we react to what we tasted in the glass versus the price tag before we know what it is. It cuts out all labels and hype and bias. This is number 89 in our pool. You're making faces like it's going to be expensive.
It's expensive.
How bad?
$200.
I can see it, man.
I mean, I can, but I don't want to, and I don't like it.
Yes. I feel you. I feel you there.
Don't like it at all.
I'm going to go down to just okay. This isn't the type of whiskey that you have to have, or I don't have to have, I should say.
Yeah.
I don't have to have this at $200. Would I like a bottle? Yes, which would be thumbs up. But am I actually going to buy a bottle? I don't know, man. I don't know. $200 is a lot of money. And for $200, I want to be blown away. And this bottle's not blowing me away like that.
We are filming this the week of Christmas. I'm feeling a little bit like Christmas spirit, let's call it. So I'm going to go down, but I'm going down to thumbs up. I would like a bottle of this, and I would let you spend our money on it. I'm not going to spend my personal money. Like, we have some fun money. Each of us have fun money that's outside of our combined, like, outside of our household budget. I'm not going to spend my fun money on it, but I would let you spend our household money on it, and I wouldn't be mad about it.
I hope it's available then, because I'm going to go get a bottle of this tomorrow.
Well, if it's in budget. if we have the money in our household budget,
Okay.
I would not be mad about it. So I'm going to say thumbs up.
Okay.
1.
I know I just said just okay, but I took another sip with $200 in mind and fully expecting to get the exact experience that I got. This thing is evolving though. And I got this raspberry chocolate cake note on it that made it way more complex. And I'm going thumbs up. I want a bottle of this.
And
I like this.
I'm saying this because this is hitting every flavor note that I want in a pour. Now, what's really sad about this is a $200 bottle, but not knowing the price, I was like, this could be like an everyday pour for me.
Oh, I usually... Well, okay. All right, Miss Bougie.
And that's a little bougie, but I didn't know. Like, that's what I was thinking, though, in
Yeah.
the back of my head before we found out how much it cost. I was like, this could be like an everyday pour because the flavors are hitting, the cozy vibes. If you know me, you know I live to be cozy.
She does.
Josh calls me like a house cat.
She's the cozy queen.
So-
She lives her life, everything to that direction.
Yes. So I'm bummed that it's that much, but honestly, it's worth it for me.
Wow. Okay. So you're saying 2 thumbs up. Or
No,
sorry, you're saying thumbs up.
Thumbs up. It is expensive, y'all. Like, and it's not
Yeah.
for everyone. So this is a try before you buy. If you've not tried whatever this
Yeah.
is before,
We're
try it before you spend $200 because that's a lot of money.
yeah. Look, I'm up to thumbs up. I would buy a bottle of this if the budget were there, but we're tasting it and you're not. And you know, $200 is hard to just carte blanche say, go ahead and buy this. But it very much is that kind of like peanut buttery, brown sugary, fireside, warm, cozy, and then that raspberry cheesecake, or
Fuzzy
not
socks.
cheesecake, sorry, raspberry chocolate cake brought me up to thumbs up. So
Okay.
very interesting pour. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a Jim Beam special release or something. It kind of tastes like that Hardin's Creek, Jacob's Well, something or another. I don't even know if we have any of that in our pool, but like it's reminding me of that. And
Can
yeah.
we find out what it is?
yes,
I'm ready.
I'm dying. 89. What is it?
Oh. Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend.
Oh,
It's batch 165 and it's 120 proof. 120.02 proof.
Didn't we
actually.
just earlier in the video say we're telling you this drink's like 110 so that if you...
I was thinking 115. I was
That's
thinking
fair.
rare breed.
That's fair.
I did say that. This is thanks to Peter Fasciano. So, okay, talk to me about
Peter, thank you so much, man.
the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. Talk to me about the batches. This is
okay.
batch 165. Is this even buyable anymore?
Not this batch.
Well-
but hang on. Batches keep coming out.
Okay,
And
what are they on now?
they're all good. Shout out to Nancy Fraley, Nancy the Nose Fraley.
Oh, does she do this?
She does Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend.
Top notch.
So that nuttiness, I said peanut butter, and that was, as soon as I said it, I knew it was wrong. I didn't want to correct myself in the moment and take myself out of the moment. I probably should have for your sake and my own. But there's like, the nuttiness is kind of like an almondy, like a toasted almond nuttiness. Like
I don't know. I just want to just be by the fire right now.
You know how I used to do those like sea salt roasted almonds for lunch?
Yeah, those are good.
They're very good. And this has that kind of nuttiness to it, like a toasted roasted almond. You get, so what's wild about this, that raspberry note that came out, this is a blend of bourbons that I think most of the whiskey in it, and Nancy has said this on a live stream, I'll actually go and find Jason Calori, the Mash and Drum. So there's going to be 2 other channels linked in the video description below. If you haven't watched them or are not subscribed to them, you absolutely should. It's Peter Fasciano at Whiskey's a Journey and Jason Calori over at the Mash and Drum. Both great channels. Jason has had Nancy on and she has talked about this, the cigar batches.
Okay.
And Jason tasted, the link I'll put is to his live stream with Nancy. He tasted everything, different samples from batch 1, the original batch, all the way up to like the early 300s, I think.
Oh my gosh.
So they're all over the place. A lot of people try to say the earlier batches were way better than the recent batches. Jason's blind proved that's not true.
Well, the 165, or is it 65? 165?
Whatever, like the mid 100s.
Whatever this one was amazing. I mean, I was willing to spend $200 of our money on
And
it.
Aaron's not like that.
And I'm a cheapskate.
Yes.
Well,
Frugal.
I'm frugal. Let's be honest. I'm not a cheapskate because I will spend money. I just won't spend it on all the things, just some of the things.
Yeah. So point being, Jason's stream, he did have an early batch as his favorite, I think, but like his second and third place were more recent batches.
Oh, okay.
And,
Cool.
and Nancy specifically went on record and said that the age of the whiskey in these blends has not deviated over the course of the entire time.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
you're getting like, I think it's like 8, 9, 10 year as the base whiskey, but then it has stuff up to like as much as like 18 to 20-year-old whiskey.
Do you know what batch they're on now as we're filming this?
Hang on.
Oh.
8, 9, 10-year base whiskey up to close to 20-year blended in to round it out. And then on top of that, what you're getting is like a cognac, Armagnac. There's like a finishing cask. You've already seen it on the screen down here. But there's some finishing casks that impart some of that raspberry fruitiness that I was getting that popped out the more air that this thing got. So very interesting. They are up currently to, I think, like the mid 300 batches.
Wow, okay.
Nancy's turning these things out, but they're very good.
Does she do all of the blending of these?
Yeah, this is her baby.
Wow.
This is her project.
Well, kudos. I mean, she does really good work.
Yeah, Nancy does great work. I mean, she does a lot of work with a lot of distilleries out there, including Still Austin, which we really like. You know, Nancy does good work. So if you don't know Nancy Fraley, just go to Google, type in Nancy Fraley projects or what does Nancy Fraley do, and find things she does and just buy those things.
I actually heard her speak at a Bourbon Women's event.
Hey, at Symposium?
Yeah.
Hey, give them a shout out.
Yeah.
Bourbon Women.
Bourbon Women. Peace. I don't know what to say.
You are really bad at.
I'm so bad.
This is why I do more of the talking.
I'm like all nervous now.
The Bourbon Women organization out of Kentucky and everywhere.
It's national.
It's national.
There's the Tennessee chapter.
Yeah.
But I went to an event that they put on last summer, and she was a speaker there. And I met her like it was like, hi, I'm Erin, whatever. So she won't remember me, and it was very much a meet and greet. But she seemed cool, and her talk was really cool.
Yeah. She has popped onto one of our live streams before.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to pop onto one of our live streams, hit the bell down there to let you know when we're going live. We do that once a month. Join in like Nancy did. Maybe she'll join in again. Maybe she'll see this. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want unbiased opinions like this, reactions that serve as a really good review as to whether we're really digging a pour or not without knowing even what we're drinking. And hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, please. It helps us a lot. Costs you nothing but a millisecond of your time. We would really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I think this holds true with Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. To me, it is a bottle that it's not necessarily a have-to-have-it type of bottle because it is very pricey. So we're not just telling you to go out and just blast $200 straight out of your wallet on one of these things. However, if you are willing to spend that much money, you're probably going to be rewarded with a very good bottle of whiskey.
I will say, if I'm anywhere like a bottle share or someone's house and they have a Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend of any kind, I'm absolutely 100% trying it.
It is high priority try. Like we've never owned a bottle. I would love to own a bottle of it. We just don't ever see them in our market. But yeah, I mean, $200, $220 or whatever they go for, I would be happy to plunk that down on one of them because I've had a few and they've all been awesome. If you want to meet some awesome people and get plugged into an awesome online community, get off that toxic cesspool that is called Facebook and join in on our Patreon. You can get plugged into our Discord. Positive people, encouraging each other, happy for each other. It's a great place. People are also helping people find things, swap samples, all kinds of stuff is going on. It's amazing. As little as $3 a month gets you in on the Discord. That's also where we release our barrel picks. I'm going to hit Nancy up, and I don't have pull to do this at all, but I would love to do a Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend single barrel pick.
Wow.
I don't even know how that works.
You're shooting for the stars, buddy.
Look, they say...
Go big or go home, right?
Yeah. Dream a little dream for me. That would be a dream come true. They don't do those, but it would be cool if they did. But we release our barrel picks over there. What else? Bonus content, all kinds of stuff. Check it out down there.
Yep.
As well as cool shirts like this. Stuff and Whiskey. Be good, do good, drink good whiskey.
Yeah.
Drink some Cigar Blend.
Yeah.
Check that out at stuffandwhiskey.com. And that's it.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Be good to each other. Do good and drink good whiskey. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Man.
That was so tasty. I'm sad it's gone.